Hello everyone, my name is Brenda and welcome to Simply Living Tiny. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been watching the videos, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here today. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different from what I normally do because I'm reaching out to you. I'm needing some help. I am trying to get accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. And for some reason, I keep getting denied, and I don't know why, and I can't find any answers about why I'm not getting approved. So I'm reaching out to you for some guidance, some help if you're familiar with YouTube and the YouTube Partner Program. And so let me just give you a little bit of backstory about what's going on. So on July the 7th of 2024, so I have been making videos for YouTube for the last, it's January of 2025. So it's been the last 6 months I've been making videos. And that was when my first video went up, the tiny house that changed my life. And that video did very, very well. I was the first video I've ever made. And it wasn't that great, but it did well. It had a good response, and I was so happy, and that was encouraging because it helped me to move, push forward to the next video. And let's see, how many videos, not including shorts. Since I published the first video, I've done at least one video every week since I started. So I think that's pretty good. And some weeks I even produce a couple of videos. But most of the time I just do one video a week. I do work full time and Monday through Friday. And so I don't have a whole lot of free time. And so one video a week I think is a huge accomplishment whenever you have a full-time job, and I enjoy so much making the videos. Whenever you're a YouTube creator, one of the goals that you want to try to accomplish, that you strive for, is to get into the YouTube Partner Program. So it was exactly 1 month, August the 7th of 2024, I reached the requirement. So what is the requirement for YouTube? Well, the requirement is, which you have all of these other rules and regulations that you need to follow, which I followed all of those that I'm aware of. So the requirement is to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. So a month, October the 7th of 2024, I met all of those requirements. But something that I didn't realize is that 2 of those videos, my first video and my third video, I had copyrights on those videos. And with me being a new YouTube creator, I really didn't understand what a copyright was. And so I applied for the YouTube Partner Program because I met the eligibility with 1,000 viewers. 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And so I was denied because I had the copyright. And so whenever I dug in a little bit deeper, I realized what the copyright was. So what the copyright was on those 2 videos was the editor that I use, the video editor. I use CapCut, and so the music that I use that I got from CapCut, and I pay a subscription for CapCut to be able to use the video editing tools that they have. It wasn't YouTube approved. And so from that point, I watched YouTube videos to find out what do you do if you get a copyright on your video. So in researching that, it was recommended that if you pay for a subscription and you get a copyright, that you can appeal that. So that's what I did. So the first, and then whenever you appeal that, it wasn't a strike. With YouTube, they have like strikes that they can give you, and you really don't want to get a strike. You know, there's certain things that you do in your video that can cause you to have strikes. I have never received a strike on YouTube. I just had those two videos had copyrights on it. Because I have a subscription with CapCut, I appealed that because that was what was recommended whenever I researched other people's, getting some guidance from other videos. And so whenever you do that, when you do the appeal, YouTube reaches out to the ownership of that music, and they have 30 days to respond. And so with the first video, which is the best video that I've had so far, they didn't respond, so the copyright was removed. And on that third video that I made that had the copyright, they did respond, and they said that, no, I can't use their music. So on that third video, what I did, I didn't want to delete the video, so I just used music from YouTube. YouTube has music that you can use. And so I just replaced it with music through YouTube. And so that removed the copyright on that one. So I have no copyrights, I have no strikes on any of my videos. And to prevent that from happening, because with CapCut, you can check to see if it's approved through YouTube. But to prevent anything happening in the future, I got a subscription to Epidemic Sound. So I just use them because I know that their music, it is YouTube approved. And so that was a big old mess to try to figure that out. And so that's what I do now. So the music that you hear now is strictly from Epidemic Sound. So whenever the copyrights were removed, then I reapplied for the YouTube Partner Program because, again, I didn't have any copyrights, I didn't have any strikes, and I reapplied for the YouTube Partner Program. So what you do, you have like a YouTube studio within YouTube whenever you're a creator. In your YouTube back office, you have an Earn tab, and you go through like step one's really simple. You just review like the YouTube terms for the YouTube Partner Program, and I got accepted with that, really, really quick. And then once you get your 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, that's step 2. And that's whenever you go in and you apply for Google Adsense. And you do it, and you do it just from YouTube. You don't Google AdSense and apply that way. You do it strictly from your YouTube studio. So that's what I did. I've never had a YouTube channel in the past, so I didn't have a Google AdSense account, never applied for a Google AdSense account through any other means. And so I couldn't have like a duplicate account because I've never had one before. And I did it all through YouTube Studio, which all of the videos that I have watched to try to figure out what's going on, all of them say, don't go anywhere else. Don't Google AdSense and apply that way. Always do it from the YouTube studio, which that's what I did. And so whenever you go to on the YouTube studio, the step 2, you start the process of applying for Google AdSense. And you have to be accepted through Google AdSense before you can go to step 3. And step 3 is when you get reviewed by YouTube. And so that's what I did. And I went through the YouTube studio, went to Google AdSense that way. and I got a publisher ID. I filled out all of my information. I filled out my tax information. I even got an email confirmation saying that you have, we received and approved your submitted tax information. So I did everything that I followed all the steps to get that done. And I still got declined, and I don't know why. In YouTube, there's a place where you can chat with support, and I have reached out to them several times asking them to help me to figure out what's going on. Because what is said is, so whenever you apply, I hope I'm not being confusing. I'm trying not to be. So whenever I apply for Google Adsense, I receive 2 emails. One is from YouTube saying that you have recently received an email from AdSense about your account status. Without an active AdSense account, you cannot monetize your YouTube channel. And then it just says, like, search your inbox for emails from AdSense, non-reply at google.com to find out what went wrong. Instructions to set up your AdSense account can be found here. And you click here and it takes you to another link. Common issues include duplicate accounts, which I do not have a duplicate account. You can only have one AdSense account. If you're found to have a duplicate account, you'll have to decide whether to use your existing account to monetize your channel or cancel it. And then the other one says another common reason is website issues. To monetize a YouTube channel, you'll need to complete your AdSense sign up directly from YouTube Studio, which I did. Do not create a new account from the AdSense website using a URL unless you intend to monetize that site. And so that is what YouTube, their email says. And so I get another from Google Adsense. I get an email, and I do have a publisher ID. Whenever I went through the YouTube Studio and and applied for the Google Adsense, you get a publisher ID. And so their email says, thank you for your interest. After reviewing your application, our specialists have found that it does not meet our program criteria. Therefore, we are unable to accept you into our program. Our program policies are designed to ensure the effectiveness of Google Ads for our publishers as well as for our advertisers. We review all publishers and we reserve the right to decline any application. If you are able to make changes to meet our program criteria, you may reapply for AdSense and/or AdSense from YouTube in the future. Please note that we may not be able to respond to inquiries regarding the specific reason for our decision. Thank you for your understanding. And so they don't tell you why. For me, I don't know about other people, but for me, they don't tell you why. With the copyright claim that was on the washer dryer combo episode, I disputed that, and on August the 30th, I got an email from YouTube saying the copyright owner might disagree with my dispute. And so that's whenever I changed the music on that one. Next one, with the tiny house that changed my life, I got an email from YouTube saying, good news, your dispute was reviewed within 30 days, so the copyright claim on your YouTube video has now been released. Copyright claim was resolved. So I don't have any copyright claims on any of my videos. And so I reapplied for Google Adsense and I got declined again. So I went into YouTube Studio and I went to support, and I reached out to them to find out, why I'm still getting denied for Google Adsense. And so I have reached out to them probably like 4 or 5 times, just trying to get some answers. I'm trying to resolve the issue, whatever that issue is. And each time I talk to, like, it's all through chat. You're not face to face. You're not talking to them, through video or on the phone. It's all through chat. And so I talk to a different person every time. And each time they tell me the same thing. They basically tell me the same thing that the email says, the Google Adsense email. The last time I contacted support was November the 24th. Through the support, like I was saying, they tell me basically the same thing the email says. And they all do the same thing every time. They'll say, let me check into it. And then they kind of like disappear for a little bit. Then they'll come back and say, I need 5 more minutes. I'm reviewing this. And then they come back and they always say the exact same thing. Every one of them tells me the same thing. They say, upon checking here, the Adsense account application was evaluated by our specialist and currently does not meet the program criteria. If you do not meet our program criteria, we can't approve your Adsense or Adsense for YouTube account. Please review our program policies for more information. And I have read all of the program policies. I'll share with you some program policies here. Publishers may not click their own ads or use any means to inflate impressions and or clicks artificially, including manual methods. Well, I've never had an ad, so I definitely haven't done that. Encourage clicks or views. Publishers may not ask others to click or view their ads or use deceptive implementation methods to attain clicks or views. I don't do that either. Google ads may not be placed on pages, receive traffic from certain sources. So basically, like, if you have any ads, you don't need to try to manipulate that. Site behavior, more about ads. See, I don't have any ads, so that doesn't apply to me because I've never had any ads on any of my videos. False claims of streaming content or downloads. Link to content that doesn't exist. Leading people to misleading websites. I don't do any of that. You have regulations about children. I don't have children in my videos. I don't talk about children in my videos. So I don't do that either. I went through and read all of the regulations, making sure that I didn't accidentally break a rule that they have, and none of that applied to me. I'm not doing any of those things. And so then I went on. So some of the things that I have done to try to correct what might be wrong. I went through and watched other videos with people that were having problems with step 2. And a lot of them talked about your email. They would say, delete your email, create a new email account, use your boyfriend, girlfriend's email, your mother's email, your brother's email. And that doesn't even make sense to me because the email that I have is simplylivingtiny1@gmail.com, and that was created specifically for my YouTube channel. And so I never used it for any other purpose other than my YouTube. So I don't understand why that is some of the recommendations that's given to people is about creating a new email, because I've never used it for any other purpose. So I haven't done that. I haven't removed my email and created another email that wouldn't be associated with me, like some of the videos that I watched. I did go in, and so I deleted my Google Adsense account that I had created whenever I had the copyright before I corrected it. So I thought, well, maybe that's what it is. It's still picking up that there's a copyright. So, and I don't know if I should have done that or not. So I went in and deleted that and just went through the whole process all over again, setting up a new Google Adsense account. I made sure everything was deleted. And I even went back to check to try to pull it up, and it says that this has been closed. So it didn't exist. So then I went back and created another Google Adsense account, thinking that copyright may have had something to do with why I was getting denied. And I'm just at a loss. I'm at a loss on how to fix it. I want to fix it. If I've done something wrong, I want to correct it. I found a YouTube creator who published a video talking about step 2 Google Adsense, getting that error, and that is what mine says. It says there's an error on it. And then you have fix in AdSense for YouTube or change association. And so I watched his video and reached out to him, told him about the issue that I was having, and he tried to help me. And whenever he was having an issue, he went through YouTube support, and they were able to help him. But for some reason, whenever I go to YouTube support, they're just not telling me why. They don't have to tell me why, is what they tell me. You know, you're not approved, you don't meet the criteria, but they don't tell me why I don't meet the criteria. He thought maybe at that time I only had maybe 10 videos, something like that. I have 29 videos that I have published and a couple of shorts. But that isn't part of what makes you eligible to apply. It's the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch time hours. That is when you can apply for Google AdSense, and I've met that. And I've heard people on other YouTube videos that they just have one YouTube video, and that first video they're able to apply for Google AdSense. So I'm wanting to move forward with YouTube, and I would like to be in the affiliate program and get monetized, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know what the issue is. So if you know about YouTube and monetization and you like a challenge, because this has been a challenge to me, please reach out to me. You can reach my email is simply livingtiny1@gmail.com, and I would love some assistance. And I don't know where else to turn. There is a AdSense community that I reached out to and try to get some answers there. Someone to try to give me some guidance on how to resolve the issue, and that hasn't helped either. And I've just searched YouTube for videos and other creators. It does happen some. I don't think it really happens a whole lot. I thought maybe the last time I talked to YouTube support, I thought maybe my YouTube URL, it wasn't connected with the Google AdSense account that I created, and they said it was. So apparently that's not the issue. I just don't know what the issue is. And I really didn't want to make this video, but I like to move forward with YouTube and to get accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. And so I thought I'd make this video to see if that would make a difference. Hopefully it will make a difference. So anyway, thank you so much for listening to me today. And sorry it's different than what my other videos are. This is part of, like, I don't really do New Year's resolutions, but I do have like goals that I set in my mind that I want to try to accomplish throughout the year. And another thing with YouTube is, which I know it's a long while before July comes around, which will be my year mark in July, but if you're not accepted into the YouTube Partner Program after a year, then all of the hours, the watch time hours that you had, they start subtracting. And so it's like you have a year to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. So if it's 13 months or a year and a day, that one day, whatever your watch time hours are, it's going to start subtracting from your accumulation of hours that people have watched. And I'm really trying to get this resolved so I can move forward and to get into the YouTube Partner Program. So if you can help, I really appreciate your assistance very, very much. And I hope everyone is having a good 2025 so far. I hope that wonderful things come your way this year. And thank you so much for sticking around. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a comment. I appreciate any help you can give me. And don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss an episode. And I hope that you go out, you make it a great day. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.